pattern for this sweater. I used a sweater that I already owned and just kind of adjusted the sizing to fit me a little bit better. I wanted an oversized look, so if you have anything in your closet already, you can use that as a pattern. And as for the fabric, I'm using a sweatshirt fleece. It's about a medium weight, heather gray color, the same color that I used for the pants in a previous video. I will add the link to the sweatpant tutorial if you're interested. So right now I'm just cutting out a front and a back piece. Here I'm just cutting out 2 pieces of the sleeves on the fold. As for the waistband, the cuff, and the neckline, I will be using a ribbed knit in the same heather gray color. When you're cutting out your cuffs and your waistband and the neckline, you want it to be slightly smaller. One rule of thumb I use is I cut it 80% of the measurement of the actual bodice piece. For example, if the waistline is 50 inches, you will cut a 40-inch waistband. You're going to start by placing the right sides together of your front and back piece. Pin and sew down the shoulders only. I find this technique a little bit easier to sew on the arms. Once you've sewn it together, you're going to open it up. You're going to find the middle of the sleeve and match it up to the middle seam of your armhole, and you're going to pin it together. I like to pin the middle and the 2 edges. Once you've sewn it together, you're going to place your sleeve, fold it over right sides together again, and you're going to pin all the way from the cuff, match up the seam line of the underarm, and continue all the way down the side of the bodice of your sweater. Okay, you're going to bring it over to the sewing machine. You can either sew or serge down. You're going to repeat this step for both sides. Next, it's time to sew on the cuff. Longwise, right sides together. You're going to pin and sew down, as you can see in the video, and do 1 stitch all the way down. Once done, you're going to fold it over, wrong sides together, making sure you match up your seams. Pin in place. I went ahead and also marked the edge, so it just looks like you've got 2 pieces to match up onto the side of your sleeve. Once again, it will be slightly smaller than the sleeve's length. I'm going to match up the side of one and match it up directly to the other side. And you're going to sew all the way down. While you're sewing or serging, you're going to pull that cuff slightly just to match up with the length of your sleeve. You're going to do the same with the waistband, folding over right sides together. You're going to do 1 stitch all the way down. Then you're going to fold it over, wrong sides together, and pin all the way around. I usually just pin the two sides, making sure that they match up with the two sides again of the bodice of your sweater. Again, you can see it's slightly smaller, about 80% of that. I'm matching up the two sides, and because it's a bit longer, I will also mark the middle. And again, while you're sewing it down, you're going to want to make sure you're slightly pulling on that waistband and making sure that the fabric underneath is nice and smooth and flush with it. Here I'm just matching up the two back middles, and I'll do the same with the front. Next, we'll do the neckline. I'm just measuring the hole. For some reason, I usually like to do this last. I will show you how I calculate the neckline. So as you can see, it was 21.5. I times it by 0.8 to get 17.2 inches. So I will cut out my neckline. It will be 17 inches. I wanted a slightly higher neckline, like almost like a mock neck sweater. So I believe I made it about 5 to 6 inches thick, and again 17 inches long. You will fold over the right sides again. Put the wrong sides together, just like what we did for the cuff and the waistband. You're going to mark the sides. Now this step I usually like to iron them down, the seams, and do a top stitch over, just to keep that serged seam line area down. So I'll do just a nice double stitch over. I like to use the twin needle. This just helps the seams inside lay nice and flat. Adding that top stitch just gives it a nice professional look. I love how I added that high neck, and this is me pairing it with obviously an oversized trench coat. You will soon realize I have an addiction to coats, and these are the types of fit I'll be wearing all fall, all winter. This was just a quick fun little tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will be seeing you guys in my next tutorial.